Okay, hello everybody. My name is Rudy, and you should know that by now, I hope so. And this is just a little introductory speech about myself. So, do you guys know when you think of something, such as like a school or something, there's usually a face you think of that's like the main thing. Like, if you think of a school, you think of the teachers, the principal. If you think of a movie, you think of a movie theater, or like a movie star. But you don't think of the camera crew or the makeup artists. You don't think of the janitors cleaning the schools. You may think of a world leader if you're thinking of a country, but you don't think of the rest of the government that's running alongside them. So these people work behind the scenes, and this is where I come in. So I'm actually a hospital volunteer, and I do a lot of things, but I work kind of behind the scenes because I'm not the first person you think of when you think of a hospital. You think a doctor and a nurse, you know? Yeah, so I actually might be the last person you think of. You could think of the receptionist before a volunteer, which is actually kind of funny. But, so I've always kind of, for as long as I can remember, had a feeling inside of me like of wanting to help other people and just being helpful. From the worst case scenario of a car accident, I want to go and help them. Or just a friend that needs somebody to listen, I will be that set of ears to listen. And volunteering really helps, allows me to help other people because there's always opportunities to help people in the medical field. And the feeling of wanting to help people drives me to volunteer. And you can see why I gravitate towards the medical field. And even if I'm not giving the medical treatments, I'm still making a difference and helping in this way. And that can even be by decreasing the workload of the nurses, even just by a little bit. It still helps them. Yeah. Another main reason that I started volunteering was because nowadays to apply to programs and to apply to jobs and stuff, you need a lot of experience. So having this experience really helps me, and they're like requirements now. A lot of new requirements have been added since a long time ago. Like one of the nurses I work with, his name is Jack. He's 70 years old, but he's been a nurse for over 20 years. And he told me when he first started, there were no prerequisite classes. He signed up for the actual nursing program. A week later, he was taking his first exam with no prior knowledge. Versus now, when you have a lot of prerequisite classes and stuff, and there's a lot of like requirements in order to get into the program itself. So volunteering helps me get my foot in the door, the medical world, and it helps me gain the leg up on other people who don't have experience. So you can really see how volunteering is helpful. So when you think about it, everybody in a hospital, they all play a part. Even if you don't think that they did much, they still attribute to your hospital visit or wherever it may be. I still played a part as a volunteer, even if you don't see me. You know, so they don't get a lot of recognition, but it's still something I do. Volunteering helps my career, and it'll expand my education. And so I really want you guys to think, when you think of something like the main thing, like a school, you're going to automatically think of that teacher and the principal, or you're going to think of nurses and firefighters, the main stars of the show. But I want you guys to really take the time and be conscious and think about the people you don't see, and really take the time to give them some appreciation because they also do stuff for you, even if you don't see it. And thank you all.